In this video, we're going to look at how we post information taken from our sales returns daybook into the general ledger. Just to remind you, the sales returns daybook is where we record information taken from credit notes issued by an organisation to its customers. And we have an example up on the screen. Now, when we're posting information from our sales returns daybook in a manual double entry bookkeeping system, we will simply post the totals at the end of each accounting period. In this case, we'll post the totals for March as a whole. So let's bring up our postings list, and we'll take the totals from each of the columns in the sales returns daybook. The total of the first column, the gross column, of £474, well, this represents a reduction or decrease in the amount that's owed by the customers of the business to the business. So it's a fall in the value of the asset of the business's assets, and that will be recorded as a credit. So £474 will be recorded as a credit, and that will be recorded in the sales ledger control account. We'll date that the 31st of March, and then we'll move on to the next column, the VAT column, and the total of £79 will be recorded as a debit in the VAT account in the general ledger, again dated 31st of March. And finally, we have the net column, and this one is going to be posted to the sales returns account in the general ledger. Again, it's going to be recorded as a debit, so £395 debited to the sales returns account, and that's because, it's a debit because it represents a fall or decrease in the value of the business's sales in the current accounting period, and a reduction in the value of sales is recorded as a debit. Let's now bring up our general ledger accounts. We'll bring up the ones that we used when we were posting the sales daybook, but we'll also bring up an additional account, being the sales returns account. So this one is a new account that we haven't used before. Now at the moment, we have the postings from our sales daybook, so we'll now show you how the postings from the sales returns daybook are recorded in these accounts. First of all, we have the transfer of information from into our sales ledger control account. So we'll record £474 in the credit side of our sales ledger control account. We'll date it the 31st of March, and with regards to the description, we'll record sales returns, and the reason for that is because the corresponding debit to that credit will go to our sales returns account. Then we'll record £79 in our VAT account, again dated 31st of March, and the description we'll use will be sales ledger control, because that's where the corresponding credit to that debit is recorded. And lastly, we'll record £395 on the debit side of our sales returns account, again dated 31st of March, and the description we'll use will be sales ledger control, because that's where the corresponding credit in our general ledger has been recorded. And that is how we post our sales returns daybook.